check it out. What do we have here? Looks like a G36c, and it sort of was a G36c until it was broken in the middle. I didn't do it, but that's how it has to be because of current US law. This is a H&K G36c Parts Kit. This has been pieced together over time. Some people buy the kit all in one, which is not a terrible idea, but I went about it piece by piece. This will eventually be Form 1 into an SBR. SBR stands for short barreled rifle. Has an 8 or 9 inch barrel, so you have to have a $200 tax stamp for this bad boy. Otherwise, you get in big trouble with the ATF, and we don't want that. So we got to play by the rules. I currently have 3 SBRs. This will be number 5 once the paperwork comes back under our trust. So I just kind of mocked it up. See if I can flip it over without it falling apart. The magazine will come out because there's nothing there to keep it from coming out. So let's flip this bad boy over, show you the other side. Ooh, there we go. Pretty cool, huh? We have a semi-automatic trigger group. You can get the full auto ones and neuter them to semi-automatic only. I don't want to falsely advertise the full auto pictogram, so I have the FBI style safe and semi-automatic trigger group in this bad boy. They also, when they rebuild the receiver with a center section, they make it into a semi-automatic receiver, of course, because full auto's naughty if it's new. And then they will trim off the sear trip here. That makes sense. It probably makes sense to some of you. So, pretty nifty. I'll go ahead and flip it over. Well, I'll take the stock off first. If I can, let's flip it over. Take the front push pin out. There we go. Set that aside. Take the front handguard off. I just kind of mocked this up. It's not really, the barrel's not really installed. It's just in there. The front handguard. All German parts. There's US part or US made versions of these, but I try to stay away from American made parts with guns that aren't originally American made. Just saves a lot of trouble later. Although there are some good US made parts. Magazine well. Move the third push pin in the rear. The semi-automatic fire control group housing and fire control group. Pretty simple. There we go. Let's get rid of the stock. G36c stock, which is approximately 1 inch shorter than the G36 and G36k stock. This is bolted together. We have the recoil spring assembly with the back plate and buffer. See if I can get this out of here, not messing it up. Ooh. Not having that centerpiece makes this a doozy, but if I had the centerpiece, I'd be in, or if it was installed, I'd be in big trouble. So, there, slide this on out. There we go. This is the bolt carrier group. We have the bolt. My goodness, the bolts are worth a lot of money now because they're almost unobtainable. I would say this thing in my hand right now is probably worth altogether about $500 US, which is insane. It used to be a lot less, but supply and demand. Here's the barrel here. Now the barrel assembly alone is worth, I'd say $1,500 to $2,000. I paid just under $2,000 for it because I really wanted it at the time, and it's still not a terrible deal. So I can also get rid of this. There's the op rod assembly and the gas piston. Oops. Gas block, this is where all the magic happens. Round exits, excess gas goes back, pushes this back, and then that also moves this back, and this punches the bolt carrier group. That goes back, and then the spring brings it forward, and then it strips a new round from the magazine, and then you repeat the process. Pretty simple, huh? That's how most gas-operated weapons work. So here's a picture of all the parts, neatly set down on my concrete basement floor, but that'll work. You can also see my Call of Duty pants here. I've had these for a while, but hey, it's Saturday night. I'm chilling, so that's okay. Look forward to watching real videos of this thing in action. I actually did use the front end on my G36k SBR, and it's very loud. In fact, normally you don't want to run it in an indoor range because a lot of indoor range people freak out because it's so loud. And that's what happened to me. I had a coupon to go to an indoor range, and then I got a tap on my shoulder, and, "Excuse me, sir, can you please stop shooting for 5 minutes? Our concealed pistol training people are getting scared." Basically what he said. So that was kind of ridiculous. If you were training, with a pistol, and if you can't handle a loud noise, that's a little daunting to me, a little odd. So needless to say, I'm not going back there. Outdoor ranges, way better, especially if they're a private range. You don't get the weird range Nazis and the general populace freaking out about weapons they don't think you should have. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and look for some more videos. Hopefully, I'm going to send this to Tommy Built Tactical. He's going to put a center section in there, make it all semi-auto, all legal. You got to have the right paperwork for that. Otherwise, you have to put a goofy extended muzzle on this thing, and I'm not doing that. I'm going to put in the paperwork, the thumbprints, the photographs, all that good stuff to our friends at the ATF. They send it back, and then you can make this into darn near whatever you want, as long as it's not a machine gun. Those days are long and gone. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.